I have been playing Warframe on and off again since 2017. Usually, I return whenever there is a major update and see what's changed. This time, the update wasn't really a huge one, considering that the main quest associated with it was just 30 minutes long. But that quest involved playing as the Stalker, an interesting character tormenting us for a long time. So I was quite eager to check out Jade Shadows, which is the 36th mainline update for Warframe. Since I am not deeply involved with the game, I probably can't appreciate some of the finer aspects of this update, including its many quality of life changes. This video is simply a brief record of my experience with the update, which includes the main quest as well as a new game mode called Ascension. Be warned that there will be story spoilers in this video. Let me start with the quest, Jade Shadows. Once again, a quick spoiler warning before we proceed. Okay, so in this quest, the big reveal is that Warframes can get pregnant and deliver a child. That immediately raises a whole lot of questions, but as expected, no answers were given immediately. We have to wait for the future to know more about this Warframe baby and what happened to it. The other big reveal, of course, is that the baby's father is Stalker or Soren as he was known in his previous life. The quest is quite short and is all about trying to heal Stalker's partner Jade, who is pregnant and dying. The mission gameplay itself isn't anything new, with the only unique thing being that we play as Stalker. There is one small boss fight where we get to try out all of his powers, but it isn't anything out of the ordinary. The quest leans more towards narrating an emotional story and it succeeds. Towards the end, it was even a bit too dramatic, but the objective of the quest was to make the player feel emotional and it succeeded in doing that. After the quest, it was back to business, which meant grinding out a new warframe and weapons. This time, the method to do that is through the new Ascension game mode. The title may suggest that it is something grand, but it is actually about ascending or going up in a lift. And along the way, you defend an objective and also power up the lift so that it continues to go up. Well, all I can say is after 11 years, it can be difficult for any developer to come up with new game modes every year that are interesting enough to grind for a few dozen times or more. Like any Warframe grind, this game mode can also start to feel a bit stale after a few times, so the trick is to pace yourself a bit and it will be more enjoyable. The grind itself isn't too bad. You can either get the parts for Jade directly through the Ascension game mode or buy them from a vendor who this time is Ordis himself. Thankfully, beyond a single new currency called Vestigial Motes, no other unique currencies are required to craft Jade. So once you get the blueprints, you can get the other materials by playing the rest of the game outside of Ascension. And regular players will most likely already have all the required materials. Jade the Warframe has been getting a lot of good reviews from the community. Again, since I'm not a regular player, I can't speak to how this Warframe plays out compared to the other recently released frames, but I like the fact that we have another flying frame in the game now. There's not a lot of those. Jade can provide healing support to the team as well as debuff enemies so that they are easier to defeat. Coming back to Ascension, the most interesting thing about this game mode is that you can play as Stalker. You will join a full team of other players, which makes this the first 5-person activity in Warframe, and you only get one life with no revives. On the flip side, your weapons are extremely powerful, so it's a fun experience overall. On the whole, Jade Shadows is a pretty good update, and I liked that it was a short one as well. This feels like a calculated risk for digital extremes who wanted to try something new on the narrative side, and the short length of this quest is probably part of the plan. If you like what you see, you'll probably be eager for more in the future. If you don't like it, then at least it isn't too long and you can go back to your regular grind pretty soon. Personally, I do want to see more narrative quests from Warframe because the grind doesn't really interest me after spending 7 years with this game. But coming back to play those narrative quests every few months is what keeps me connected to the game, and I know Warframe has a lot more to offer, starting with Warframe 1999 coming later this year.